Hey there. So I'm in the last 2 weeks now of the 6 week challenge at my local gym, and I will do a glimmers, glitches, and gains video separately. But I've done some food prep this weekend that I wanted to share with you so you can see what I've got planned to eat. I'm trying to really improve my efforts around my food, trying to get more of my protein intake from good protein food sources rather than relying on drink like a protein smoothie all the time. So here are some things that I have made. Each of these containers pretty much has 2 serves in them, and I will do a video on each one of these so you can see what the ingredients are, and I'll give you a breakdown, so if you want to try it yourself you can. So this one is the blueberry banana oats. So this one has 32 grams of carbs, only 6 grams of protein in it, and 6 grams of fat. And this is something I'm finding, that oftentimes fats and the protein, with the recipes I've been looking at so far anyway, they seem to be fairly on par. That could be important later on when I need to start trying to trim down a little bit. When I started this 6 week challenge, I really thought I was going to try and focus on fat loss. I guess one of the things that I'm finding is a bit of a struggle is all of these habit changes that I'm trying to make, and with the things that I've learned about how important muscle mass is in regulating blood sugar and being able to have a higher caloric intake, I guess, because you've got more muscle mass. I think I have to switch my priorities around a bit. I need to build more muscle first. And in order to do that, I'm going to also need to be in a bit of a calorie surplus. So I'm probably not going to be losing weight anytime soon. None of that excess body fat necessarily. So let's have a look anyway at what I've got. So this is the blueberry banana overnight oats. Now I actually forgot to put the almond milk in with this, so it's quite a dense mixture. So when I divide that in half, it'll become a bit of a looser mix. But yeah, I think that's quite a high carb meal. So it could even be a good thing to have after, for example, a Saturday morning HIIT and weight session or something like that. Then here I've also made a tiramisu chia yogurt pot. This one's got that YoPro vanilla yogurt, some chia seeds, some instant coffee, and a bit of maple syrup, and then I just dusted a bit of cocoa powder on the top. That has got 21.3 grams of protein in it. Now this is a single serve, this particular one here. It's got 15 grams of fat, 23 grams of carbs. It's actually really nice. And it is something that you could have as a little bit of a dessert type thing as well. Breakfast, dessert, whatever you choose. It's actually really quite nice. I was pleasantly surprised. Then another thing I've made is this raspberry chia pudding. Oh, it looks like I didn't like the ingredients. I'll do the separate video for that, but I've put a bit of, so it's the chia seeds, it's the YoPro yogurt, it's got some coconut yogurt on top with some blueberries and raspberries and coconut water. So that's a nice thing to have as a brekkie. Then I find quiche a really quick and easy thing to do. This is a zucchini, bacon and vegetable quiche. Still has cheese on it. I want my food to taste good. There's about 23 eggs in this whole recipe that I'll be sharing with you. And the stats on this is it's got 11.5 grams of carbs, 30 grams of protein, so there's 2 serves in here again as I said, and 31.8 grams of fats. So really good thing to have as a quick breakfast on the go. You can eat it hot or cold, take it for lunch, morning tea, whatever you like. So that's a nice easy one. Then a Cantonese chicken stir fry. So I just grabbed a kilo of chicken mince, chopped up half of a red cabbage, half a green cabbage, put some zucchini, mushroom and carrot through it, and I'm not really counting all my veggies. I'm just making sure I get a good variety during each week, and it made 4 serves. So that's a really good one. And in this particular dish, there's no way I'd get through that whole thing. It's 59 grams of protein in that. But if you're a big eater, or I guess if my son was eating this, he would get through all of that. So to have 60 grams of protein in one dish is pretty good. Only 5 grams of fat. and 56 grams of carbs, which I guess is coming from, interesting, I'm not sure which one of those, maybe the cabbages. But overall, really good, quick, easy meal. And I know what it'll be from. It'll be the Cantonese, I think it's a Lee Kum Kee packet mix. So I've used that. So I probably just halved that. So quite nice. Had that for dinner last night. Tastes really good. Easy to pre-prepare. Then, of course, as you know, I'm a bit of a sweet tooth. And in the afternoon, 2-3ish, I like to have decaf coffee and something sweet. So I made these protein balls. These weigh 40 grams each. I did all the measurements for everything, and I'll share the recipe for these as well. These only have 6 grams of protein. There's 11 grams of fats, but they're good fats, and 18 carbs, 18 grams of carbs. Something sweet, but nutritionally dense as far as good vitamins and minerals. Made with dates, cocoa powder, coconut oil, and I did use protein powder in this mixture as well. So not an everyday food, you don't have to have it every day, but if you know you're going to want something sweet and you're looking for something, I think these protein balls are worth having on hand. Now, my absolute favorite thing I want to share with you is these Snickerdoodle slice. So it has a date and cashew base. The middle part is pretty much coconut cream, maple syrup. Oh, that's the top part, is the coconut cream with the maple syrup. And the middle part is all blended dates. So it's kind of like having a caramel slice. And then I just added a bit of cocoa powder with the top part of the cream. Now, this is a bit of a fat bomb, okay? So one piece of this has got 8 grams of protein, 20 grams of fat, and 19 grams of carbs. So you don't have to eat the whole thing all at once. And again, not an everyday food, it's a sometimes food. But again, it's a sometimes food that you can have on hand. It goes in the freezer, leave it out for a few minutes. I mean, you could eat that for breakfast if you wanted to. It's good, nutritionally dense food. Higher in fat, yes, still got some carbs. But in a day, I worked out that if I ate 1 serve of each of those, my protein intake for the day was 130 grams. That's without contributing a proffee, so the protein coffee. That's without having a protein shake. So I weigh anywhere between 70 and 74 kilos, depending on what time of the month it is. And I was aiming to get at least 1 gram of protein per kilo of body weight just for maintenance. But I also want to grow my muscle. So I know that I need, say, 1.5 to 2 grams of protein, which is what I understand is recommended. So I'm trying to get around that 140 grams of protein a day. I've just managed to do 130. My average, before I was really starting to concentrate on protein in my diet, was probably around 60. So I'm doing a lot better now in making sure I've got the protein that I need to support my muscle mass, for my bone density, energy, all those things. So I feel like this is going to be a really good week. I'm even thinking about this week of doing a daily what I've eaten and do a bit of a breakdown of my caloric intake, the carbs, the proteins, and the fats, because I have a feeling that my diet is still too fat heavy and my macros are probably still sitting around 35-40% fats. It's a lot. So I'm not someone who's on a keto diet as well. I think this is going to be really interesting to see how I feel during this week. I still am not expecting to lose a particular amount of weight at the moment with my 6-week challenge. I'm really looking at the muscle growth as well as improvement of habits and behaviors. 6 weeks, it's not very long. I'm not going to see huge changes in my body composition, But what I'm hoping is that by educating myself around my protein, becoming more familiar with preparing food that's high protein, I'm going to get better overall at then being able to stack another habit on top of that. So I'll share these recipes with you, okay? Give them a try. I've made a few other things that I'm going to share with you, and I might even do a taste test with my sister to see what we think of them, because we've never tried these other ones before. These ones, all winners. Wouldn't give you a bum steer with these. These are great. Quick and easy. Eat them anywhere, take them to work, microwave them, whatever. So let me know what you think of these, and have a look at the videos for the individual preparation details and the recipe. Okay? All right, bye for now.